Times of Olden-Golden Brij Lal. Number 1. Adabars Mahara smiled. Oh ho, you were a militant, smiled. Yes, smiled. So why did you abandon the project? Smiled. I had terrible toothache, laughter. You were a staunch Pan Kashmiri, smiled. Yes, no smile. But I was suffering from depression. Last year I jumped in front of a moving train. No smile. Oh, very sad. But this is most unusual. No smile. Yes, your situation too. No smile. Their joint smile, followed by no smile. Number 2. During playful times at 30, she would often tell her son, "Vaat kadai, I will extract your heart." Vaat in Kashmiri is heart. At 60, in slow whisper, she complained to her son, "The half-cooked rice has vaat." At 80, in the morning she wants to listen again and again. सावधान, पानी की टंकी भर गई है, कृपया मोटर बंद करें. Grrr, grrr, grrr. Now a ritual. Her son lovingly watches the water overflow as she, that particular sound every morning, a prayer. Number 3. It happens that I am privileged to see simultaneously both the sacred and the profane. I have 2 eyes. One deciphers inwardly, the other outwardly. One is rebellious, the other is obedient. One among them is out of sync. Which one? Number 4. A prophet is scientist of ilham. A scientist is a prophet of empirical evidences. Occasionally, they meet on a dicey, drifting slope, exchange an instant dose of light, dark and million blurring lines and facts on the vast superficial. This is what they report intermittently. Number 5. Panazapai means wait a minute. Round is stone. Right say, leave is early morning tomorrow. This is Kishtwar, part of Kashmir, available for any political experience. Number 6. Jamaat-e-Islami Americano for a free Kashmir. Muhammad Shafiq Riri Khan Yeri, Srinagar, grade 1 peer in the present, most gentle and honest in 1953, was the first ever headmaster of government school Zainapura, Kashmir, and resigned to join as director of Jamaat-e-Islami network of schools. He now regrets his decision. Number 7. Muhammad Abdullah Dadsuru gave 3 almonds to his friend and colleague Brij Lal. From 1990 to 1993, Brij Lal used to keep them in his pocket. He had lost them, but not the memory of his friend's face at the time of departure. Muhammad Abdullah Dadsuru was killed by militants. He had no choice but to shelter them for 3 months in his home. Muhammad Abdullah Dadsuru was a primary school teacher, known for his sense of humor. He is not a martyr, but a great human being. I will join him wherever he is after my death, says Brij Lal. Number 8. A few glowworms, a few distant, domesticated lights, filtering through thick foliage, a few stars above, which insects and birds are singing in unison with the frogs in the paddy fields. I don't know. I slap my cheek to kill a mosquito. The sound, I know, is now the part of. Number 9. Happy birthday to you, to me, to all, to Allah, to Ishara, to totems, to beliefs. It is a planetary revolution, merely yearly, timely period. A million such in a flash sprinkles untimely, rendering all communication skills to dust. Number 10. How to explain divine design of village Zainapura? Literally a spring under every tree, a rivulet full of fish running at the bottom of a hillock, a bunch of houses on an adjacent mound, couple of chinars with enough space for migratory birds to settle and depart, a village full of fruit and gentleness of people. In my childhood, there were fairies singing at a blish spring, a little away from my aunt's house, where none had ever dared to go near, but they existed. How to explain the musical solitude before we would go to bed in the evening? Dr. Shobram spent almost his whole life at Zainapura after his retirement. He rented the whole wooden double-story building from Brij Lal for 20 rupees after the new government hospital was made at a distance. But people would visit his clinic in droves from villages around. He was from an influential family connected to the King Hari Singh, but preferred to stay back at Zainapura. After the KP's Kashmiri Pandit's exodus, Brij Lal found his address in Jammu and went to visit him. Dr. Shobram was too old and lonely on a cot, almost penniless. Brij Lal saw tears in his eyes. Both talked very little. Number 12. Between and during one war and another, in 1891, explosive properties of TNT were first discovered by a German chemist Karl Hausermann in 1907. The British Empire started replacing lyddite with TNT and ideas of manipulation in trade with divide and rule. TNT, two-nation theory, was tested by the empire in India and elsewhere. All the nostrils of the subcontinent inhaled it. Dogs can detect it, but we still cannot. Number 13. Gul Sheikh returned the red cock I gifted the day I left my village, Zainapura. He said Mujahideens would come to know he might get killed. The cock did not know where to go after Brij Lal abandoned him. Gul Sheikh and others traditionally helped us at our fields, but they were forced to make a tawbah, to promise that they would never work for us again. But his wife refused to obey. His distant cousins were two professional thieves in our village. In the past, one day they planned to rob us, but were chased one and caught, who confessed to his plan to steal some paddy, which we happily offered. There's a tradition to all that in Kashmir. He said, it is our habit to strike in the night, but no animosity. His son is a police officer now. Number 14. Brij Lal, what are you hiding under the sheaf of dried twigs? Ghulam Rasul did buth. Ghulam Rasul slapped his own face repeatedly. Brij Lal told him, we both wept. Brij Lal added, Brij Lal told me that I thought Ghulam Rasool is part of Tehreek, so little untrustworthy, but I was wrong. He was killed by the Namalum Banduk Bardar, unknown gun-wielding man.